I don't have much money. Right, yeah, this is Kerbal Space Program. This is the new release from what I've seen. It is early access still, but it's ooh, okay. Yeah, it's had a whole new load of stuff added to it. Now I'm gonna be doing loads on this, to be honest, in the future. It's something that I've been looking to do, but yeah, I've decided that since War Thunder's gone a bit tits up, time to do some Kerbal Space Program. Now, obviously, as I say, this is all new stuff, so it might take me a little bit of time to check through some of it. Which universal? Record out to 5,000 meters. Skip that over it. Okay, well, let's go for the launch. Oh. Okay. And it's launching stuff. It's possibly going to mean that we've got rocketry bits. Let's have a look. Now, I have played this before, so yeah, I can just like kind of pop through it very quickly. Now then, let's just see. Oh no, this is going to be tricky now because although we've got a parachute like that, don't have any decouplers, so getting all this back down is going to be a problem. Yes, I can see a problem here. Right, okay. Now, this is obviously so you can send them information back, but I didn't want to collect this anyway. I wanted to try and save the pilot. So what I'm going to do is try and build a cage around the pod to protect it when it lands. Now I just need to check clipping. I can't remember where that key is, so I'll just do it manually. But yeah, by doing this, I'm going to hopefully build a cage around the capsule, so when it does eventually land, it's not going to kill the little chap inside, which is the aim of obviously getting this thing up in not necessarily into orbit, but just up into the air. Because if it comes down on that nose and the capsule explodes, that's the Kerbal dead, and we don't want that. I want the little chaps to survive. Now, because it's going to be a short run, I'm going to take solid booster rockets on the outside, and I'll use a main rocket on the internal part so that I can control my descent and progression a little bit, because I've got that to support me as well. We'll see what I mean once I've sorted this out. I might want to drop those main SRBs down a little bit, because that's going to create these are going to try and bend in these struts inwards, so I'll need to put more struts there to stop that from happening. But it's not a problem. I'll just have to drop this down a little bit, drop these down as well, and I'll be drunk, it'll be all sorted. But what I will need to do is just set this up roughly in the meantime, like so. That's going to stay there just to try and protect that a little bit. I'm going to possibly build that out or up, or I might do that from here actually, so that they don't hit each other, I suppose is probably the best way to describe it. Because yeah, like I say, these little struts that I'm putting in now, they're not going to stop this from hitting or bending. These produce a lot of thrust. This doesn't produce that much thrust. In fact, what I'm thinking of doing, yeah, this is going to be a bit sketchy, to be honest, because I'm not sure how well this is going to react to the extra thrust I'm going to put underneath there, like so. Now, the other issue I've got as well is, I mean, this is a bit too complicated really for its initial launch. Yes, I might restart this one, or at least drop that. I could drop these down a little bit, I suppose. No, that's going to be an issue. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a bit mental, I suppose, and see what happens. Rather than go for in easy launch. I'm gonna go crazy. Should be, that's half decent. As far as, because what I need to do is try and get these level with the base there, because that way I won't have any problems with stability at launch, because otherwise I will have problems, and trust me, you get problems in this game, you want to be paying attention, because it can be quite frustrating watching your ship blow up over and over again. Right. Okay, that's not too bad. They still need to come down a little bit more. There we go. That's too much, I think. I'm not sure about that. Difficult to say. Actually, the easiest way to check this is to drag this up so I can see below. Or at least see. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much bang on. So I should be fine with that. Now I just need to work on the upper part, and then we're almost good to go. Put another strut in there just to add a little bit more stability to that. Yeah, this is probably going to go up like a like a firework more than anything, but I have every faith in my Kerbal's ability to pilot this thing. I am not going to be putting Jebediah Kerber in it, no way. He's just not going to be sat in this little death trap. Need to have 2 more stages. Okay, so we've got the those are the bottom ones, and that's that one. Okay, now that should do it as far as I'm aware. The only thing I need to work on maybe is up here. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm not going to block him in. It looks like it is. I am, but I'm not. Just watch. By doing that, and then I would do it double that way, but that will block him in. He won't be able to get out that way. So I'm not going to bother. What I'm going to do is put. I would normally put also. I would almost normally put one here on this side, but that will cause a weight imbalance, which will cause the rocket to flip, and we don't want that. That's not a good thing. So what I am going to do is put another set out like that, and I'm going to have some more parachutes on these. If I can get this rotated. There we go. Right, so all the parachutes should be together. Yeah, that's all good. Right, I'm going to put 2 more down on here. So we've got 3 coming off the main capsule, because this is all going to cause stress to the structure or the rocket itself. What will happen is it will probably tear itself apart, and this little bit up here, that's the bit that I need to stay alive. The rest of that, forget about it. That can all get blown to pieces as far as I get. The pilot is the important part. The problem is this costs a small fortune to launch. So yeah, I'm going to change this design. I'm going to have to. I'm going to drop all of these off, I think. Yeah. Right, that's all gone. And that's going to go as well. Now, what I need to do is disinflate this down to literally the engine, 1 fuel container, and possibly protective struts around it. There we go. And that will get me a little bit of research done, and something a lot. But whether or not this is stable is a different matter. I honestly don't know. Gonna have to try some more struts in order to try and get it stable at launch, because otherwise it's just going to flip over and explode. So let's see. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right, I think I'm good to go with that. Let's just save that. There we go. Alright, that's saved. Double check. Crew is not going to be Jebediah. No, Jebediah, no. Right, in fact, I need to hire more crew, thinking about it. So let's go back to the main bit. Get the crew sorted there. Okay, so crew. I think that's this one. Yep, there we go. Right, so and I know these guys have got new stats involved. I'm not sure how important they are yet. I've seen, you know, a couple of videos on it. I'm gonna try and get the ones that aren't incredibly stupid, such as this guy. Well, in fact, you know what? No, I'm getting them all, and then what I'm gonna do is in these initial test launches, these guys are going in because I'm just I don't care about them, and yeah, we'll see what happens basically. But here we go. We're gonna be good for a go with the launch. It might have actually been. Well, I don't think you get that many spaceplane parts normally in the career mode with to start off with. So what I'm gonna do is give me one. Go on, give me one. There we go. Alright, so give me one. Yeah, good to go. Drop this down to the ground. Yeah, that's not a bad design to begin with, because like I say, I've not got any decouplers, so I can't actually set this all up to decouple. I do need to set the engine up though, because that's in the wrong place. Okay, there we go. And we are good to go. Save and launch. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. I forgot to get rid of Jebediah. Jebediah, get out of the capsule. You're not going up, man. It's Jebediah. No, Jebediah, don't do it. Should I do it, Jebediah? Should I? Really? Well, I can always restart it if it does go pear-shaped, so let's give it a crack. Oh, Jebediah's good as well, actually. He's good to his word. He's a brave soul. Let's go. Alright, so yeah, fuel. Not too bad. I'm going to aim for the water. That's probably going to be the safest bet with regards to saving on Jebediah. Yeah, that's going to. Hopefully, it's going to come down in the water. Yeah, that's come down in the water. That's not bad at all, right? That'll do nicely. There go the parachutes. The stress hasn't tore it apart. That's all good. When they actually deploy, what I'm doing is a little bit of a trick to get a little bit more science. Damn it! I just realised something. Okay, EVA. There we go, Jebediah. EVA report. There we go. Right, now that's a little bit of bonus science. You see. Get the data. Get back in the ship. Now he should be able to do a crew report as well whilst in the air. But I think he'll get more. Well, will he get more from here or will he get more from the water? Oh, I'm going to be landed in the water quite a bit, so I'm going to do a crew report here actually. Well, he won't be landing in the water because I'll be sending up with the pilots, but yeah, other Kerbals will. Yeah, that's a good little test at least. I should be able to get some science from that. I will have to EVA him again when it hits the water. Hopefully it's not going to just all explode. Shouldn't do because there's no fuel in it now, so I'll just let that drift down, because I have played, like I say, I have played this game before. One of the bugs that I used to see, well, not necessarily bugs, but if you hit the water at more than ×2 warp, you would suffer quite badly for it, or at least your craft would. And I don't want that. No, we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So can I do a? You can do an EVA report. You're not flying. You're not flying, Jebediah. Actually, he might. Oh no, you can only do one. You can only carry one EVA report at a time. But you can actually store it, or you can take it. He's not actually going to store it here. I'm just going to drop him off. I think is it either drop? It's basically drop. There we go. Right, so take surface sample, and we get a load of science for that. Appears to be dramatically increase the surface humidity of anything it touches. Really? Wow. You would not expect that of water. It's like, you know, totally unexpected, man. Yeah, yeah, well, it was actually, because we had to get in the rocket. Anyway, let's see. I don't think I can get back on. No, so that's the end of the mission, pretty much. So we recovered the vessel. That would just recover Jebediah. That won't recover the capsule. I'll have to recover that as well, I think. But yeah, that's like 15 cents from that. But that's just Jebediah recovered. What I'll need to do now is go back to the space center, this bit here, and recover the ship, like so. That gets me another, what, 14 science. So I've now got 34 science. What's that, you might say? Oh, I actually get some stuff refunded as well. That's good. I put my funds up. That's good. That's really good. Right, so, but it also got me science, and that's the thing that's important in this game, especially in career mode. When you're in career mode, you have to research more stuff here, which gets you more parts, like that, for example, which is the coupler, which I now need. Also, you get Mystery U, which gets you more science. So you will see very shortly how quickly I'm able to get very large amounts. Well, not necessarily large amounts, but quickly get science, I suppose. That was actually quite cheap. That was only 5. Right, I've still got another 29 left to spend. Lander legs, yeah, they're going to be useful. I think I might get some of them. And 20 science for that. That's a bigger rocket, way bigger solid booster, and Separatron. That's 18, and that's 15. Right, but I don't have any lander legs there. But I do have couplers. That has horizontal. Horizontal. No, it's not. But with these decouplers, I can do without those decouplers for the time being. That would be really useful. The winglets. But again, I can do without that for the next one. Try at least this. On the other hand, the legs. No, that because I don't have. There's another part down here. You'll see in a sec. Where is it? No, it's the gantry. It's either going to be down here or up here. I can't remember which one it is now. But yeah, it's going to be one I have to get very quickly in order to make stable rocket launches possible. Currently, it's not going to be very easy. Anyway, let's get back to the design, and you will see I have what's this down here? Oh yeah, shoot! I need to just check something. A message reminded me I need to go back to the questing bit because not that. Is it this? No. Was it that? Yes, right. Set off to record of. Yeah, we'll be doing that one. Engine London test. Okay, I think we'll test them both at the same time. Yeah. Just rocket back slide. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Is that the big one? Possibly, possibly not. Skip the atmosphere. I could possibly do that now actually, but I'm gonna hesitate against it for the time being and do one more launch to get a load more science from the launch and from the landing, because I missed out on a load of science there. I'm gonna actually redo or relaunch this. Do this launch twice, because what I'm gonna do is put it on there once, gain it as much science as possible, and then relaunch it and gather all of that information. So actually, I don't even need to do a big rocket for that. I'll show you what I mean. It's a good way to get a quick, large amount of research rather, or science very quickly. If you just bear with me a second, I'll quickly knot this together. It won't take me long at all, because all it is literally 4 of these capsules stuck together. The reason for that is because you can send more than one Kerbal out on each mission. Now, what's the big deal with that, you might think? Well, each Kerbal can do a report and therefore carry more research between them. I'm just going to try and make this as stable as possible. So, I mean, yeah, I don't even have to worry about this because it's just going to sit on the ground. Yeah, that'll do. But I do need to add the goo tanks, which are here. You see all of these. I'll only be able to do this once at the the launch site. But all of these, they can all be opened up and research done with. Now, I wish I had some wheels because then I could just drive it straight off the platform and do even more, but I don't yet. But this is the fastest way you can get research in this game, from what I've seen with regards. Contract complete, okay. Discard closed. Yeah, just close that for the time being. And yeah, okay, right. Now all I have to do now is just drop this down to the ground. Well, actually, I don't even have to drop it down to the ground. I can just launch it from there, because it will put it on the ground anyway. It doesn't just drop it literally. You'll see what I mean. Crew, make sure it's fully equipped. See, all of these stupid guys down here, they can all go in. Yeah, that will do. Mission flag's fine. It is useful, by the way, to do all of these saving things, because you do get more science stuff to use as you go along in this game. There we go, right. And we'll go for launch. Okay, so we're sat on the runway. Well, this is the launch pad rather, and all we have to do is open these. And the thing is, you only get a certain amount of science per time you do this at a location. I think it's 3 times is the maximum amount of time you can do it for each of the science type of experiments at a particular location. So I can only do these crew reports for each of these capsules once each. Well, 3 times, and then the 4th time or more just won't give me anything, or it'll give me like 0.1 science, which is barely worth doing. But you can also get the crew out, like so. You can get out, drop off, and take a surface sample from there. I can put a flag down, but the flag will literally get destroyed by the next rocket that flies off near it. Or just be blasted to oblivion, you just won't see it again. But yeah, that's you know, another time you might see me do that. Next one. I need to do this like 3 times. It might actually be 4, so I'll just do it around the outside. Jeopardising that one, he's not getting out. And there we go, we'll put a flag down as well. With these flags you can give them more names. And you can, I think you can, yeah, you can't actually edit, I don't think. But I can pick that back up, I think. Yeah, take down, there you go. And you can obviously put information on the plaque as well. But I didn't mean that in that particular instance. Just because I know it's going to probably get destroyed by the next rocket, as I say. And, oh, no, come on. Okay, the last one. This basically is the quickest way, I suppose, to get as much research as possible in such a short time, because I've not, I mean, you know, as far as the game time goes, it's well, it's not necessarily a race, but to do it quickly means you obviously your launch window for other astral bodies, is that right? Yeah, possibly, I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, you can there's the flag. You can, like I say, sorry, I keep on getting distracted. In fact, I've forgotten what I was talking about there. Yes, you can launch to, obviously, other planetary bodies. That was a better way of phrasing it. and some more funds there. Didn't actually get, you know, any let's just see, 100% value. Yeah, that's because nothing got damaged. Experiments recovered. There you go. That I saw the science data. I actually got 19 science just from doing that, which is putting me back up to 34, which means I can get something decent. Oh, what do you say? Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's my mistake. Getting a bit carried away. Which means I should be able to get something like this, for example. Now that would give me a big ass rocket, but what I'm tempted to do is to go for something else. Like that, for example, because that would give me a useful wing, but it is too much science. I can't actually get that. Can't get that. 18 science from that. That would be useful, especially the winglets. They're just really useful. In fact, yeah, I'm going for that. That'll do. Oh, there we go. 45 science, right there. Now you see that is your stability enhancer, basically your launch pad assist equipment, I suppose. And it also gives me a couple. Yeah, I'm going for that next. That's my next item to get. So what I need to do is quickly build up another rocket, which is going to take advantage of what I've got now to gain as much science as possible from this next launch. So let's see what we can do. Need to gain 5,000 meters. That's relatively easy, to be honest. 215, 200. That's going to be my base, or my main rocket launch, launching rocket, I suppose. This is gonna. These are all going to go around the outside. I'm gonna build a. Yeah, it's going to be probably about 4 or 5. Yeah, I'll make it 3. Actually, no, 4 is more stable that way. Sorry, I'm talking to myself, but I am kind of trying to be as quick as I can with this. Structural. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep the next section below these on the rocket, connected rather, because they're going to have the goo, which is going to be really part of the main part of this little launch rather. As far as research goes, because you can do with the thing with this like goo that I'm on about, this stuff is you can do them at different altitudes in Kerbal atmosphere, and you'll get a different science reading for each level of the atmosphere. So in effect you can get maybe 16 readings on your way out of the atmosphere, and then another one whilst you're in orbit. Plus it will also give you different goo levels or readings depending on where you land as well. So taking quite a lot of them is very, very useful for getting science very quickly. So you will see a lot of my rockets, or my beginner rockets I suppose, with a lot of those on, because as I say, you get a lot of science for doing that. And I like my science, I do. It's something you need in this game to advance to other planets if you're doing it in campaign, in career mode anyway, and that's the way I'm playing it at the moment. I want to check this out. I've not played it in a while, I do admit that even, but I have had a fair bit of experience with it in the past. Now, what's going to be the easiest way to do this? It used to be a bit of a bug when you place these down. Underneath it wouldn't let you. Oh no, it works now. That's all good. That shows improvement with regards to clipping, I suppose, or placement. So what I need to do is try and get all these level so that they don't. Oh, actually, oh, damn it! I just realised something. I've got the smaller rockets, which are even, they produce even less thrust, but they are good in respect to, in fact, yeah, I'm going to change them over. I'm tempted to drop down how much fuel I'm taking, because that is quite a lot of fuel. The amount of fuel that I'm actually putting onto this rocket at the moment, that's more than enough to get it into orbit. Well, what I'm planning at least anyway, because it's going to basically be 3 stages. Yeah, with these rockets it should get it into orbit, or very close to getting it into orbit. It'll be very close to leaving the atmosphere, I think. So yeah, let's have a look at this and see about doing it a little bit better. I'm gonna just save that there and go back to the research part and just check something out. This might take me some time, by the way. This game is very time consuming with regards to how you design things and how you obviously use it as well. It's good in that respect, but it just takes a while. See, that's all the way down there. I could do all of these. One day, 5 hours, 59 minutes. And you see, that's the really big one, I think. Yeah, let's go for all of these. The only one I'm not going to go for is the orbit, because I don't want to stay up too long. I need to get this back down so I can do another launch to basically do that, I think, because I don't think I've got enough control on this aircraft, or spacecraft rather, to do this. But that just didn't give me shitloads of fucking money, so I do apologise for this point. If any children are watching, don't listen to me. I'm a madman. Jibber jibber. Blah blah. Blah blah blah. But anyway, yeah, back on with the design. Let's get this sorted out. Now, yeah, there's various things you can do with this game. As I say, you will unlock various parts of your rockets as well. But the main part, obviously, is this part. Well, the main living part, I suppose, for your crew. You want to try and make this as solid as possible with regard to dropping it down into any kind of situation. I think they want me to test that out, so I'm gonna have to chuck these on. They are actually useful. They are small, but they are useful for what they do, which is help thrust your parts away from each other when you separate them. And obviously you don't want your parts crashing into each other when you're doing about, I don't know, 1,000 meters per second. Bad things can happen, and I've seen them happen. Well, I mean, not to mention major league real space disasters, which do happen occasionally. You know, there are occasions when spacecraft, or test aircraft rather, do explode very spectacularly. Sometimes there is loss of life involved, and yeah, they're all pioneers at the end of the day. They do know the risks, and they are kind of all professionals, I suppose. This is a game, but yeah, what they do is real. Anyway, onto a less serious subject. We need to all of these things attached. Now, you might have seen or noticed from that, there's a lot of stuff on there already. Now, when you've got more things unlocked as far as like research and science equipment goes, it can get quite packed up here. So what I try and do, at least as far as the first few designs go, is keep them fairly simplistic with regards to, you know, like launch characteristics, because you don't want to be trying to overload the spaceship with, or the craft with too much stuff, basically. Otherwise it will make it unstable and harder to fly as well. Now, I do have winglets, so I will be using some of those as well. It's a shame, I was thinking of maybe put, yeah, in fact, think about it, we'll put 2 sets on there. And there, possibly. Yeah, that'll do. That seems very close to be lined up. That's going to have to get moved. There we go, right. thought it was old. Like I say, I've played this before and I know some of the keyboard shortcuts, and that's a good one to know. It just allows you to duplicate the item you're clicking on. Now, there we go. Couplers next, then we get these on the go. And as you can see, that should start making shape now, or taking shape rather. And just separate these out now, because it's going to start getting a bit messy. See all of these are the separators, so they all need to kick in at the same time as these kick in, because they're going to drop off. So I need something to help thrust them away. Okay, that's all sorted out. So on to the next section. We have some bigger rockets. There we go. So bigger rockets engaged. I think, yeah, these are obviously things that I need to take up to test fire them. Now let's just have a look. I don't think it's going to tell me the information about them there. Okay, I just need to land that and obviously get 5,000 meters as well, but there are more as well. Note, perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all the test conditions are met. Given landed. Right, well, yeah, this is. I've actually probably selected almost everything that I could do, so let's chuck all of these on as much as possible and get them fired up and ready. And they are the same rockets, I believe. This is going to be a fairly expensive launch. Brought to you by Kerbal Enterprises. There we go, there's one down. Okay, let's get off there. I'm going to try another little trick that I know, which is that. What's going off there? Why are these different widths? Should be just sat. But yeah, that's weird. I mean, I know it's early access, so there are a few bugs in it, but okay. Sometimes the clipping is a little bit finicky, I suppose. There we go. That's better fit. That should give me a little bit more support with regards to strength. Add one more stage below. As I say, this is going to be quite a large launch, really, compared to the last one, anyway. I'm going to add some more bits to it as well. Might actually put some legs on it and more parachutes, because ideally I want to try and save as many parts as possible from this launch, because it's obviously costing me as far as finances in game go, and saving parts means that they don't just get wasted. I don't get anything back from. Alright, just gonna have to bear me a sec. I'm gonna quickly nip to the toilet. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's just quickly finish this off. It's not going to take me much longer now to sort this out. Apart from when it does this to me. What are you doing again? Go. That should do that thing. That's just a rough and tumble job, really. Not meant to last. It's not going to win any awards for beauty, I don't think. But it should get me into orbit, or at least half the way there, I think. It has been a while since I have played this, so I could be overestimating my reach with this, but it shouldn't be that far off, I don't think, not with the amount of fuel I've got up here. And knowing the efficiency of these rockets in comparison to these ones further down. The solid boosters, yeah, they're solid. They and pun intended, I suppose, with that one, but yeah, they are very good engines. They will give me a lot of bang for my buck, as it's phrase, I suppose. Now, the other thing that I can do here is set them up to be like that. So, there you go, I've got a stable launch, hopefully. As long as I get them at the right height. There we go, that should be okay, I think. Yeah, that's very close to anyway. So, we'll put one more set of 4 down in the middle. Should be okay. And Bob's your uncle. That should be a nice stable launching platform now. I won't even bother having to retract them because the drag that they produce is minimal at best. I could do. In fact, yeah, I might set up an action key for it, but I can't be asked at the moment, so I'm just going to do this quickly. There are various other options you can do. Action groups are basically, you can set up buttons to activate all of these different functions on the rockets when you want them to. So, for example, like the science grab things that I'm doing, they can all get set up on an action group, so you don't have to individually click them. I kind of like to click them, to be honest, because that way you know how many you're doing. Well, unless you're like me and get a bit old and forget halfway through counting, or whilst you're rotating around this enormous rocket, yeah, you might forget. But yeah, if you're young, yeah, probably won't have that problem. Now then, let's get back onto it. We're almost there, I think. I need more parachutes further down. Okay, and more of these, I think, maybe a few more. Because I also think we need to test these at different altitudes, so putting more on at different stages is a good idea, if you understand what I'm saying. Right, main rockets down here, yeah, they're all set to go off together, then these, and then these, right, and those. Okay, so yeah, they all kick off together, and then the main rockets are up here, but they should be down here. Like that. What I'm actually thinking of doing, I could add one more bit to this, which is going to be, if I did do it, which I'm not sure I'm going to do, to be honest, which would be a using some of these small SRBs around this area, or this stage, because if I did that, it would add thrust to this section of the rocket at the very start, or at least when these rockets kick in, and the deceleration from these, from losing these, isn't going to be so great. Alright, beg your pardon. Pardon me. Now, I'm just going to chuck a load of parachutes on these, just to make sure that these don't get wasted, on just written off, if you know what I mean, so they're not destroyed from the impact of the ground. So, I need to put these up here. So you see when these drop off the rocket, the parachutes equip, or not equip, they detach, is it? No, it's not detached. Oh god, I can't remember what the phrases are. Ah! Oh, damn you, game. This game and me have a history. I'll put it like that. I've had lots of fun times with this game, but it's not infuriating at all. It's yeah, a big investment of time if you want to try and get very far with it. I mean, as far as getting onto other planets are concerned, that takes a lot of kind of effort, I think. Well, not necessarily a lot of effort, but a lot of effort to get it there and back. It's the best way to phrase it, I think. I've had several rockets that have got to other celestial bodies. There we go, that's a better way of phrasing it as well. Only to find out that they don't have enough fuel to get back, or they crash land on the said planet. Which, yeah, you really wanted to get it back. But yeah, this game is fantastic. I love it. I love playing this game. I will be doing plenty more videos of it in the future. You can be sure of that. Now I'm going to take Jebediah out for this one and put in the donuts. Go donuts! Go, my friends! Save that, and I think we're good to go with that one. Now I've just got to double check these parachutes. They are all going off there. Yep. And those are the ones down there now. Decouplers. Yeah, you see, you don't want to be. Do those want to be going off there? Yeah. Because those are going off there, and that's the long ones there. Yeah, that's all good then. Right. So yeah, getting all the staging right, that's just it's almost an art form itself. I've done some very, very interesting designs in my time. One involving a massive amount of SRBs that had the entire inner section drop straight down the bottom, between like 40 meters of rocketry, and it worked. I was really surprised it did work, but it worked, and it was quite awesome to behold. I do have some screenshots of that. But what? No, come on. What do I need then? How much more? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I understand. I understand where this is going. I'm gonna have to sacrifice some of this stuff down here, I think. Or parachutes, at least. Yeah, those parachutes are quite expensive. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay. 74,000. I'm still 9,000 above. Okay, I think. Okay. This is getting tricky now because it's knowing what. Well, it's not knowing what to take off. It's knowing how to take it off. I'm tempted to take some of this landing gear off that I've got strapped on it. The struts now, I need them to keep stability. What I could do actually is take that off, those off there. Yeah, I'll do that. That can come off. That was pennies. Wings maybe. 2,000. Okay, I need to decide to go on. That's a fact. I think it's got to be these SRBs down at the bottom. Damn. Yes, let's see. 69. 66. 64. And finally, there we go. That's. Now I can go for launch with that. This is going to be. I need to basically land this. If I don't land it, we are bankrupt. That's like all my money, pretty much, gone up in smoke if this fails. So hopefully, yeah, might clear the launch pad. Should have saved that. Hopefully it didn't, because that was annoying if it did. Ah, okay, there's nothing on the launch pad. Thank you. Yes, take me back, please. Okay. So, this time we launch, and fingers crossed we don't all explode there. Yeah, I need to just double check the crew. And let's see what the score is now. So it's what one has been sorted towards my way. Let's check. think that's going to do as far as launching this baby is concerned. If I do any EVAs, yeah. One of the things that I have noticed before in this game, which is explain, is that when you try and do EVAs whilst you're in flight, depending on I think it's actually stupidity that determines this. If the stupidity is quite high, when they get out, they just go whee, and that's it. If you're doing like 1500 meters per second with the rocket, or however fast you're going around the planet or through the air, that's it. You ain't gonna see it again. You are not gonna see that crewman again. He's just gonna be gone. And that's the way it goes. That's you know, if you did that in real life, that's pretty much what would happen. You would just be gone. There would be nothing. They might hear you over the radio, but that would be about it. If mission control knew what would happen, they would just cut your radio off, so the rest of the crew wouldn't be able to hear your screams. Yeah, it wouldn't be pretty. You can be pretty sure. Whoa. Now, I did notice something there. The legs kind of collapse a little bit. It's not. Whether that is straight looking, it's not. From what I can tell, there's a little bit of structural issues going off down there. I'm tempted to. Yeah, I'm going to risk this anyway because I can actually just go straight back to the hangar without losing the crew. If it all goes pear-shaped, but we are going to give this a launch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch! We have liftoff. Okay, right now we can start using these now. You know, I still remember because this is a different altitude, so I can do that. It gives me a little bit of science, obviously, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do that for one of these as well. Crew reporting. 5,000 meters, not too bad going. Get the gear back up just in case that does actually affect the drag anyway. I'm going to try and twist this a little bit to the right on my screen. There we go. That's the main stage away. Now these rockets do have quite a large amount of fuel, but yeah, I'm looking at it now. I'm not sure if I will get this into orbit. I'm unsure. We are getting up to a higher altitude now, so I'm going to try one of these again. That's flying still. I think that's still the same one, so we'll leave that for the time being and come back to that again shortly. Let's try and flip it over a little bit more, I think. And throttle up. Let's go. Let's push this into lower orbit at least so we can get some altitude. The higher we get, the less the atmosphere will impede us. So yeah, I'm going to need more fuel to get this into orbit, that's for sure. These aren't going to be enough to put it up, I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, it's slowing down. So, yeah, at least I know that much anyway. Let's try this again. Flying at Kerbal still. Damn. It's not high enough to get me more research points, or science points rather, I don't think. So I am going to have to do this again, but with more fuel in order to get it higher. I have done a few of the little what's it called, science quests from this launch, but I'm going to have to do it again to try and get into orbit. It's close, it's really close. I mean, it's going up slowly, but I'm sure I don't have enough to get it into orbit now. If you look at the vapor trail from that's almost horizontal. It's not going up like a rocket, basically. It's going more like an aircraft. So I'm going to make this into a quick science grab rather than an orbit mission. It's just, the orbit's not going to happen, basically. Let's just try another mystery gear. So flying, so yeah, that's going to be the same one. So I mean, it's not a big issue because I've got so many on here, but I'll just keep that one for the time being. Altitude is still going up, but it's not going up fast enough, and that's the problem. You see, surface speed, although yeah, that is going up as well, the altitude gain isn't fast enough for me to effect an orbit maneuver. To get into orbit, I need to be up at between 40,000 meters and 50,000 meters in order to properly escape from the atmosphere, and this isn't it. This is yeah, it's not. I don't think it's even low orbit really. I'll try another one of these now. Yeah, see, it's still saying flying there, so that's it. Just means that I'm not high enough. I think low orbit would be like between 30 and 40,000 meters maybe, or high altitude rather. Fuel's almost out. I'm just going to cut that short now, because yeah, that's not going to go much higher. I can tell you that. The I can't actually show you from the information, I don't think. Done that. I think I've just done that one. I need to land it actually, sorry, yeah. I need to test the parachutes as well. I should get quite a few from this, or quite a few of those little mini quests that I was doing done. Yeah, done 2 contracts from this flight so far, that's all good. Obviously I'll get more when I do the parachutes as well. And just check the parachutes and make sure it's where is it? It might be something to do with fuel, parachute, okay, so no. Flying 2,100, 21,000, is that? I'm not high enough. Wouldn't have hit that anyway, it's too late to do that now. That's, oh, are you kidding me? I need to do the solid rocket boosters again, I think. It is a little bit high for the deploying of the parachutes, I will admit that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. If I forget to deploy the parachutes, then there might be problems. Big problems, obviously. This is a you know, a spacecraft and it weighs quite a bit. I will have to get at least 3 Kerbals out at the end to do science grabs, but that should do for any more water exploration. I won't have to do any more after I've done that. I'm going to roll that back over again and lock it in position. Like so, you see there's a thing called SAS, which basically is a way of using the gyroscope to keep the aircraft steady in flight, I suppose, or locked in a position. If you set that like so, then it will just hold itself as best as it can with the gyroscopes in these capsules. And since there's 5 gyroscopes, that's quite a lot of torque force. Yeah, which helps when you're doing this kind of stuff. Now it does use up resources. There we go. If I click on that, that will just keep it highlighted so you can see. This will go down very slowly. I mean, the gyroscopes in these capsules aren't very strong at all, but they do. The capsules themselves do have battery power as well. It's 50 each, I think. So they can store a certain amount of electric charge within themselves. Used for things like this. The little gyroscope that would save the day. Because I don't think these winglets actually have like any control surfaces on. I think they are just literally. Yeah, I think they are just literally like straight kind of axis wings. Again, I can do all of these, and I'll just, there we go. So now I can also do another crew report. Oh, cancel that. Group port. Okay, there we go. Another one. So there we go. We've got 3 crew reports from that. Now what I need to do is get out 3 of these guys. You can take a surface sample from there and an EVA report. Keep all that data and get him back in the capsule. He's the only one who can actually do this. The rest of them that I drop out are going to just fall into the water basically. And I'll have to pick them up individually from the space center. Set that and drop them off. There we go. Right, so now you can do a surface sample there, yeah, and different. There we go. That's good. So you can just get back in, and we get another one out. There we go. And he's back in, right, so I don't even have to grab more back, so I can just recover the vessel. And that will give me the total sum of science for the entire craft, rather than having to grab individual Kerbals back. There we go, that got me 34 science. That's enough to get me the 5 crew members recovered. No reputation. I don't get any reputation for that. Parts, funds, 35,000 parts. Just check. Okay, I did actually lose money in that one. That was not good. I did land that there, surely. Oh, it wasn't high. It's high and altitude, possibly. Kerbal landed. Okay. That one definitely wasn't the altitude. This one, then. Why did that not do that? Play the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay. Let's go over to the contract screen again. Again. What do you say? I get it now. I didn't land the part, did I? Because that was one of the bits that fell off the rocket, and I didn't put parachutes on. That's got a massive deadline on it. 425 days, really? Oh, it's because I've accepted it now. Got it. Right, okay. Oh, that's easy peasy, then I can do all of these in no problem at all. Right, 550,000, 19,000. That's the problem, you see. You've got to do these at a certain altitude. Okay, let's do that one as well. 22,000 meters, yeah, easy peasy. What we're giving, yeah, I'm going to wait with that one still and continue going with because this now. Now I can get the stabilizer, and you see I can also get these, and these are really useful for keeping stability with your parts. Things can start getting expensive, or will start getting expensive, I'm sure. But yeah, with the benefits of certain parts, you really notice the difference. See, that's a science. Yeah, I need that. I need that now. In fact, I think. Yes. Okay. Since I've done quite a large science grab there, and what I'm going to try and do is do one of those contracts, but do it via a individual rocket rather than a massive, juggernaut, which is what I'm doing at the moment. I am going to get this part though, mainly for that, the tri-stack, I think. No, thinking about it, I'm going to go for that, because that gives me the science, extra science. If we get a little bit more science, then you see I can get other bits as well. That would be really handy. See the mobile processing and that. Yeah, science is the way to go for this game, and you can do certain things very quickly on this, and science grabbing is one of them. I'll show you what I mean now, because as I say, I've just got the science lab thing done, or done even. I'll save that as 1A and make this a really quick jobby, I suppose. Well, let's try to make that entire section into a sub-assembly for the time being. It's easy to copy back on. Right, so you see, you can give your own names to these as well. I could have done a more complicated name for that, but I just wanted to do this very quickly to show you what I'm on about. Take all of those off because I don't need them for this little bit. I will put that in there as well. But yeah, you can set these up however you want, with as many parts as you want as well. That's one of the beautiful functions of the game. You don't have to rebuild these rockets completely. You can basically work on an existing project. Okay, right, now that obviously I need to test it at a really high altitude. That's going to be a problem, I think. Unless I twin stage them, I have one lower stage of them and then an upper stage of them. It's going to be hard to get them up to that altitude to do it, I think. Yeah, but let's just do this quick science grab anyway, so I can show you what I'm on about. These are the new. This is the new part now. Obviously, I've just bought these, so I can do this now. What I can do is just get 4 of them like that. Drop that like that, and there we go. That will basically allow me to get all the science from them straight away from the launch pad. It means I don't have to launch anything else, because I've got this guy on top. It's a craft, so I can just chuck that on the launch pad, and Bob's your uncle. That should be about another 20, I think, science roughly or so. I'm not 100% sure how much it will be, but we'll soon see. There we go. Ching, 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 ching. Okay, 7.5 for the first one. First one will give me 7.5. Second one will give me about 3, I think, or 4. Third one will give me about 1, maybe 1.5, and the last one will give me about 0.1. So yeah, that's about 12 of science, I suppose, but it's still science. Don't know how much that's going to cost me as far as time goes. Probably not too much. I take that back to the space center and recover it. I should hopefully see how much recover. There you go. That's a bit faster than what you'd have to do normally. So yeah, that was another 9 science. There you go. But still, it's 9 science, and yeah, I don't think that actually cost me. No, it didn't cost me anything. And jumped I came and survived again. Okay, right. The next part now. What I'm thinking of doing now is I'm doing a one-man rocket to hit about 20,000 meters, and use these SRBs to get up there, because obviously I need to try and get them up there as well, and possibly back. I'm just thinking how to do it with a cheaper budget, because I think I kind of messed up a little bit there. I've wasted some of my funds, and that's not a good thing. Obviously, when it's early in the game like that, I need to test out high altitude. These as well, higher altitude, I should say. Trait 2 on this one, I think. Oh, actually, no. You see, this is the thing. I want to try and get as much science as possible to make it efficient when I'm doing these little tasks, as it were, or contracts. But getting the right kind of combination for your rockets together is quite a task. It really is. You need to try and get everything as efficient as possible for these launches. If not, then you won't make the grade when it comes down to the launch. You won't get as far as you want to get, or go rather. That's all part of the launch. You see, you need to try and, well, it's for these missions I'm doing at the moment, I need to get up to a certain level of altitude in order to do the contract. If I don't do the contract, then I don't get the funding, and I basically go bankrupt, and then I have to start again. Simple as that, really. Such is life, such is the game. Now I'm going to try and link another one underneath here. There we go, that's good, right. And to give me a little bit more oomph, or kick, or push, or however you want to describe it, I'm going to add some ones further down here as well, to give me that extra kick. 7,000 to launch at the moment. That's not too bad, actually. That's dirt cheap. I'm really tempted to just try that now. Do I have to, oh, I didn't get the struts. Damn it! I thought I did. That's not good. That's not good. Damn it. Whether or not to do a really quick science grab to try and get some more science, because this is the problem. I'm starting to run out of funds, and if I do another large rocket to grab some science without success in another contract, it might bankrupt the little game that I'm doing at the moment, obviously. So let's see. Thinking how to stabilize this. I'm gonna have to try and use those legs again, I think. Maximize how many we've got down here, because we're going to need this definitely, I think, yeah, to stabilize it during launch, because otherwise it's not going to happen. These are going to have to pull their weight now and stabilize the entire rocket on liftoff, because if not, this thing is not going to lift off the ground. Right, that is pretty much bound. I'm going to go with that. Quarter. Let's have a look at that. No, that's bad. That's bad. Go with 4. 4 is quite a stable set for wings as far as aerodynamics go. Just in case you wonder why I'm going for 4. You can go for more, but you're adding more weight to your spacecraft, which is not good. You want to try and keep it as light as possible. Landing legs up there as well. So, and more parachutes as well up here. There we go. That should make it so that that one will survive. I'm going to put some on here as well, because I want these to survive for recovery and contract that I'm hopefully going to achieve now by doing this launch. Now, whether or not I'm going to get high enough for that, I honestly don't know. I don't think I do have enough thrust for this rocket. One of these here is enough to lift that lot as far as I'm aware, but how far it's going to take it or how fast it's going to accelerate, I'm not so sure. The acceleration is the big issue, because if it doesn't accelerate fast enough, then it will tip over and then it's game over. The rocket will probably just plow straight into the ground, and yeah, that's not a good thing. But if it's too much, then it could cause it to push straight into these collapse areas, like that area there, where there's just a rocket standing between that and that. If that force down here is too great, it will squash this area and therefore squash the rocket, which will destroy it, and therefore this area here will run straight into that fuel tank and explode, basically destroying the rocket. This SRB will just continue going up. It might hit this area then as well. It could explode from that. Then again, it could just keep on going. It's just, yeah, it could just go really badly pear-shaped, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm gonna try and put these on as well, because I forgot I need to test them. Well, I didn't forget. It's just a case that they're not necessarily a priority in comparison. Okay. Alright, now, with regards to that rocket down there, I mean, the thing is, it's down to cost. I'm going to try it as it is, and if it doesn't get off the tarmac, then I'm just going to restart the launch, or take it back to the hangar and rejig it a little bit, and hopefully get this working. Okay, that's what good. That all goes together there. So there, I need to put another one. Okay, that's the main big beginner stage? That's the second stage. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Those two together with... Wait a sec, what's that doing? That's there, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's all good, that's all good. She's got off the... Yep, I'm happy with that little launch-a-thon there. Now with the SRBs you don't actually have any throttle control as far as I'm aware with them, but as soon as they start up, that's it, they give you that thrust for the duration of their ignition. Now, let's take Jebediah out because I bet he's in there. Yep, no Jebediah, no. I don't want to waste you on this one, I'm afraid, oh buddy. Samini. Samini? Any that name? That? Yeah, okay, you can join. Samini. You're doing this one for the country. Well, for the Kerbals. The Kerbals everywhere. Good luck, Samini. Time for you to fly. Okay, so it's stable. That's good. That's really good. It means I don't have to go. Oh, wow. Let's go back to the hangar. So we have. We will have ignition in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Oh, now you see that, my friends, is slow acceleration. It's good that it's getting up, but it's slow. That's really slow. God, the RCS is actually holding it straight because, yeah, that's good. That's not a bad launch actually. Not accelerating too quickly, but it is accelerating. That's the main thing. Fuel's almost out on the first SRB though. That's bad. That's a really low altitude. I'm not even at 100 meters per second yet. Nah, that's rapid. That's a much better acceleration. But this is going to run out, I think, before the altitude that I need. Come on, come on, come on. I'm going to need, yeah, I'm going to need another stage here to get this up to the altitude I need, I think. It's going to be fairly close, I guess. Oh, I say fairly close. It's probably going to be about 4,000 meters shy or something like that, which isn't too much. If it was like 1,000 meters shy, then I could have maybe kept the rocket or the SRB attached. As it is, when the engine cuts out, I'm going to have to ditch it because it's just not going to get the altitude that I need. There we go, it's going. Yeah, it's going to take another stage to get that to the altitude I need, but I think with regards to this rocket though, it stands a much better chance of getting up past 20,000 meters. Especially considering it's almost there now. So that's one contract done, which is great. I should have bought some mystery glue. Yeah, put some mystery glue on here as well, actually. Upper atmosphere, that's good. We've broken through the barrier. Okay, and we've got 2 readings from that. Well, actually, this is a very good launch. This would get into a low orbit, I think. That's really good. Yeah, we're going into infinity and beyond. Ah! Well, actually, we're not going that far. We're gonna get up to about, I don't know, probably 50,000 meters, maybe. That's actually out of the atmosphere, so that should possibly get me another little bit of science. There we go, outside 50,000 meters. That should be enough. We're in orbit. Yeah, that's what we want. We got 2 high altitude readings there. But I know I'll get more science for doing it here, so let's see if I can... No, I'm just going to reset both of these and redo the experiments. That's the best way to do it, because there we go. Crew report, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it over and over, so I'm going to keep that. He's going to EVA in the meantime now. Slow down. Don't let go, please don't let go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, he let go. Yet. No, no, no. No, my Kerbal. There we go. Right, I've got the EVA report. Oh, yeah, when you're in the... there's a heart-wrenching moment when you do things like that, because that's you just saw. They sometimes let go when you're doing that kind of stuff coming through the atmosphere, or, you know, approaching the planetary body like a moon, for example, like that. And yeah, it can be quite interesting. And I've had it many times where I've lost the Kerbal, which is another reason why you want to be taking more than one Kerbal, because sometimes they don't come back. Oh, poor Kerbal. But yeah, this one actually made it back, which I'm quite happy about. And we're on our way back. Now, I think, judging by our trajectory, I mean, I can check this. There we go. Press the N key, brings up the map. Looking at that, I thought I might actually land in the water over there. That's not going to happen now, I don't think. It looks as though, yeah, because I'm on the way back down already. It looks as though I'm going to end up... Actually, I've got a little bit of fuel left, right. I'm going to adjust my descent, hopefully. Very slightly. Probably not enough. He did actually push it quite a bit, though. That might be enough, because this planet is rotating. To be honest, I don't think it will be enough, but yeah. You can see what I mean. If I'd had a little bit more fuel, then that could have pushed it into the water, which would have made the landing a lot easier. As it is, though, because I will be landing on terrain that I've not landed on before, I will be able to do another surface sample if I'm able to get my Kerbal down to the ground. Now, problem with that is, you might think, no, that's not a problem. Yeah, well, look at this. The design of the rocket, it's got landing gear down here, obviously, yeah. Parachute's here. Another parachute here. Capsule was here. Now, when it lands, if it lands on the landing gear, oh, here we go, coming back into land. Now, actually, I'm going to try something a bit tricky now. I'm going to try and glide it slightly. Try and use my speed. To slow my descent. Hopefully this is going to work. Not necessarily slow my descent, but actually help me fly that way and maybe land in the water. If I can land in the water, you see, it makes the landing a lot easier. There will be no risk of damage to the spaceship. Yeah. Let me just check something. Yeah, done that. Okay, what, 16? That's... Oh, wait a minute. Damn, no. Okay, 21,000 meters down. Hopefully that's gonna... Yeah, there we go, that's... Yeah, that's the right altitude for that parachute anyway. So, there... Yeah, come on, I've just done that. Come on, don't be silly. Come on, game, don't do this to me, please. Oh, it's speed, So, too fast. It's going too fast to actually ready for that to register, I think. No, I got the speed, right. Come on, I got the altitude as well there, surely. Okay, wow, gotta test those up quite high. Done quite a few contracts here now, so that's all good. That should get me some cash. the decoupler, I've got to do that at high altitude as well. Same thing for that one, and same for the big boosters. Same thing for the Smart 60 parachutes, which I've just done, I think. Right, that should count. It was the right altitude, I'm sure it was. It certainly seemed it anyway. But let's get the landing gear down. That should just about work, hopefully. There we go, okay. Okay, right, that's good. That's not too bad at all. Hopefully this is going to be a nice landing. So I don't have to reload it, because that wasn't a bad bunch. Bad at all. Got quite high there, actually. 90,000 meters, I think it was, at least. Which, considering the kind of level of science I've got at the moment, isn't too bad. I will be interested to see whether or not the parts I attach parachutes to are recovered, because all of the solid boosters I attached rockets to, sorry, parachutes to. So they should hopefully be recovered. Therefore, I won't lose any money from them, which is the aim of the game in the career mode, really. Well, money and reputation, I think. Yeah, I am going to be investigating whether there's any mods for this game. I have played it quite a few times before, but generally speaking, it was with mods. Because I know that certain things are just so much easier with them. Namely, getting into space. No, seriously though, there are a lot of mods for this game, and oh, shit! Oh, no! Oh, stop, please stop. Right, let's see what we can find from the desert, which, oh, no, I can't do it from there, really. Grasslands, okay. Now you can actually get back in, put that information in, then I can get back out again. I can do that again, but I can't actually save the information in the ship. So, get him off there. Surface sample, and EDA report. What you can do though, is I can do that twice. So, if I put store experiments, there we go, they're both in there now. So then I can do it again, and he can then take the sample and the EVA report, keep both of those data, and I've got two reports from the same landing. So yeah, it's about maximising how much lunch you get. Okay, right, so now what I can do is recover him, and when I get back to the Space Center, what I can do is recover the craft, and that should give me a lot of science for this now. And there we go, 41 science there for, well, 11.4 from that, but when I get that little craft back, I go to the Space Center, clicking on that, there we go, 57 science. You see, that's the big thing. When you start going into space, you start getting a lot more back for it. Let's see, solid fuel options. Right, those are the... Okay. 70,000 funds now, was that? Where's my little Kerbal, like, you know, Space Center? Hello? Space Center, where are you? Where? Tell me. Actually around about here, but I'm not sure. Yeah. But yeah, you can see this game is massive. I mean, when I say massive, just let's have a look. See. Oh, 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 these are all asteroids, I think. I'm not sure though. Classic, medium. Oh, oh yeah, because I know that some of these contracts that you can get are to capture asteroids and bring them back to your planet. Yeah, let me just check that out. This is the kind of solar system in Kerbal Space Program. And from that, you can see how big it is, really. I mean, that's the sun there. The planet that I'm on is here, which is, let's just see, Kerbin. Velocity 9,284 meters per second. That's this orbital velocity around the sun. And its altitude is 13 million. Is that? No, sorry, it's 13 billion meters around the sun. So yeah, you know, sorry, that is an American billion, I think. But yeah, you can see from that how far away it is. I mean, it is dealing in meters rather than miles, but you can convert it. I mean, I'm not going to bother. Meters is best really for this kind of game. But yeah, that's where Kerbin is. Now there's two planets before that, before you get to the sun. There's one after it, which is kind of like a Mars type planet, like as in Mars from our planet, our solar system. And outside of that, each of these planets, by the way, some of them do have moons. Do you know? I think that's two. Either two or one. Not sure. I can't. Just have a look. That's just the one. Okay, but yeah, as you can see from there, that's supposed to be basically like the equivalent of Mars in the Kerbal solar system. This is a little buddy moon called Ike. I think they might have done that in respect to Ike from South Park. I'm not sure. I don't think it is actually. It's more to do with planetary bodies. Dres, now this one, this is a bit of an odd one, I think, from what I recall, because it didn't necessarily match one of the planets from our solar system with regards to its location, because you normally go, well, with regards to our solar system anyway, you've obviously got Mars and Jupiter, so this is the kind of Jupiter clone. Jewel is the one for Kerbal, or Kerbal Space Program, and as you can see, it's quite busy around there. There is a planet with oceans though, Lethe. That planet has oceans. I'll just zoom in on it. See, it's mainly water actually. But yeah, I have seen people do expeditions out this far, land on there, and build bases on there, and then obviously send expeditions or information back to Kerbin. There's another planet further out, which is this one here, Edo. I think that's correct. I think I'm correct in my pronunciation for these planetary bodies. I'm not 100% sure yet. I need to check the Wikipedia, but this is a frozen planet pretty much. Furthest away from Kerbin. It is absolutely, I mean, the distances involved between this planet and Kerbin are immense. Its orbital kind of, well, I'm not sure if that is radius, it's altitude, so yeah, I suppose it is radius. Yeah, you can just see from that, in meters, that's a lot. I'm not gonna, it's about 113 billion, I think, American billions that is, meters. Yeah, so that's, I mean, Kerbin is back here, that's at 13 billion meters from the sun. That's 113 billion. I'm on about American billion, so it's not, you know, it's not European or English billion. I think that's right. Anyway, let's get back to the building of rocketry and so on. Now, I did get a lot of research there, so I'm just going to have a quick look and see what I've got. I do want that now. I really want that now because those are just so useful. So let's get it. I've still got another 54 science left to spend, so let's have a look. See what we can get. 90. No, I can't get any of these. Damn. Yeah, so 90 is the next kind of bracket, I suppose. This, on the other hand, just have a look at that. That's a wind connector. This is more for aircraft. Aircraft are useful for getting small amounts of science relatively quickly, but I'm not sure how much these actually cost as far as parts. 4,200. I'm tempted to wait with that until I've got a quite substantial amount and also done quite a few contracts, because I'm not desperate, but I just want to get these contracts done so I've got them out of the way, so I can then work on some of the more advanced contracts, like for example getting satellite support or something like that. Get this one. I'm going to research that, and I don't have to get that one. That one actually would be really useful because of that engine. The radial engines, these ones here, and you can see from the information listed, the gimbal, it gives you a vectoring range of 3 degrees, which basically means you can use that to steer your aircraft. Obviously steering your aircraft is actually quite important. These engines are also very efficient from what I recall. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get them as soon as possible. But let's get back to the hangar, because I'm pretty sure now. Actually, let's just check it out. Small gear bay. Gear bay? Okay, so I need to test that at high altitude, doing quite a slow speed. That's really slow speed. That's part of the problem with some of these tests. That's quite a tricky one to do, because of the speed limitation. That is a bit of a problem, really. But what I need to kind of do is get up to the altitude and then almost store the aircraft to do the test. It's interesting way to do that one. Altitude perhaps it's time 7,000 meters. Okay, I'm always to the point where I can do that, but completion 59,000. Again, advance 14,000. So, I mean, if it's 59,000 to do it, I honestly think that in theory is what I want to be spending to actually, you know, get the aircraft up there. And just have a look at the contracts, because they might be easier to do. Well, actually, no, I'll set that now anyway, just in case I do actually do it. 70,000 is the key altitude that I need to get. So, let's see what I can do with the next launch. Now, what I did notice in that last launch was obviously I didn't get up to the right altitude to test these out, or these, because what I'm going to have to do now, one thing that I can do is set these to go off, or maybe these, at the altitude that I need. So, and I can also do these, because I have these, you see? So, first things first, the other thing I noticed, like I said, is I didn't have enough thrust to begin with. Now, what I'm going to do with that, with regard to that rather, is this. Use these. Oh, actually, no, I'll do it a lot easier. I've got a tri-stack coupler there, so that's going to be used, I think. I might be able to fit these in, I'm not sure. But it's going to mean that I can't put them on. So I'll set that off. There we go. Right, so we've got a triple sat launch with these. That should work. And I'm pretty sure that will give me enough boost to get me up to the altitude I want. However, whether or not these are going to survive the return trip to Kerbal is a different matter. I honestly don't know, and probably not. One other thing I'm going to do, put a little bit more fuel up here, because I noticed I was close. I was really close to getting into orbit with that last launch. And I think a little bit more fuel, like that amount, should do it. So, let's get that down here. Parachutes again need to be allocated down to these. Okay. Should I put them higher up so they're kind of not near the explosive end of the rocket. And we'll get some of these on as well. A little bit of stability in the launch. And we'll have to add some of these in. And these are quite easy to do. Just plunk. And plunk. That should hopefully do it. I'll do one more there. Because this rocket is actually quite light. I don't need that many of these. Well, I don't need that many of these. Yeah, that's brilliant English, I told you. So yeah, I should be able to get away with just that, I think. Let's just get these in. Now these, you obviously want as many of these radio as possible to keep the stability whilst the engines are all winding up. Now with SRBs they will just kick straight in. They're just a big freaking, well, big, sorry, no swearing there, no swearing there. A big punch of a boost. Now that obviously makes it quite a large acceleration, but that can cause stress with the rocket with regards to being up here. So what I'm going to do it as well. There we go. That should. Okay, game. Okay. That should do it, I think. Just check. There we go, that's sorted. So that's a little bit more stability or strength to the design. What I need to do is put another set of these on, I think, around about here. Or, yeah, I've got plenty up there, so I think these should be enough. I just think they will be enough as well, so we're almost good to go with this. I'm actually going to do one last little thing that I forgot to do in that last launch was put these on. So up high, but a lot of sides. And it was a little bit cushioning for when this top was over when it lands, as it did in the last time. That I don't think there's much I can do about that. Well, there is a little bit, thinking about it. Yeah, right, I'm going to do that quickly now. Okay. What I'm going to do, because that's already got parachutes on, you see, so that's got parachutes up there, but I'm going to put some parachutes on up top, just to make sure that nothing happens to this, and put some legs there. So what will happen is when I get really low, I can disconnect this section from this section. That can go to land, they can both land individually is what I'm saying basically, and by doing so it should be a safe landing. Just need to make sure they don't land on top of each other. Right, now these, do I put another 4 down? I'm tempted to actually, let's do it. And these are going to fire off individually, so yep, there we go. So what I need to do is, like I say, do an altitude test with these. At a specific altitude now, with regards to coming back through the atmosphere, and hopefully have enough fuel to slow down a little bit so that I can test these out properly, because that's the problem. When these went off last time, they didn't do as I asked, basically. It didn't go off at the right time. And therefore I didn't actually get the test results back, which sucked, in my opinion. But it's the way the game goes. You need to adapt to situations and, you know, try and overcome. Right. Anyway, that should be a good launch, good rocket, I think, for an orbit run. It'll be close anyway, even if it doesn't get up there, but hopefully it should give me enough altitude to test out these rocket max engines as well at a high altitude. Yeah, that's another thing I need to do. Another part I need to try out. This comms. no other parts there I need to try out. Right, let's just save that. Make sure the crew is not Jebediah Kerman. Sammy, you're back in, man. Good job. Exit there. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the contracts again. Active, these are all active, so I've done that, but it's not giving me the award apparently. Parachute, that was... Yeah, that's the altitude with that one. And the speed. That's speed, man. That's really slow. That's going to be a tricky one to do. That one, not so hard to do, I don't think. Well, mind you, I mean, it's all about getting these speeds right. That's the trick, I think. Again, I've done that one as well. Why is it not giving me the more one? Maybe I have to do them in order or in a particular order. That could be a... I've done that as well, but it's not... Yeah. Just checking with it. Yeah, see, saying complete there. Actually, I'm pretty sure I am testing, but it's not giving me the award. I mean, it is early access, so there are few issues with the game, but most of the time things like this are fairly, it's okay, it normally works. Right, let's see if we can go for that one anyway. These are all fairly, I mean, especially the top ones, that, yeah, that's a really small, yeah, they're really small rewards. It's the big ones I need to go for, like the orbiting of Kerbal. So let's have a look. No, Jebediah, no. You stay. Stay at home. Stay. Stay at home, Jebediah. Let Sammy's go again. I think it's our ship. Let's go for it. Now, yeah, generally speaking, for like, well, the campaign game, I don't really, when I did have a look at it before, wasn't as perfected as it is now. It's a lot better now than it was before. There's so much more detail now added and so much more functionality with the game that, yeah, it's just a lot better. Now, what I'm going to try and do, obviously, do this as quickly as possible to try and show you the gameplay, because this is all fairly low-key stuff at the moment. And we're up. Yeah. I mean, this game itself is, I think it's been going for about 2 years now, or maybe a little bit longer, but I've been following it for quite some time. There's a few guys on YouTube that I can recommend. Well, at least one, that's Scott Manley. Scott Manley is an actual scientist. He will give you the facts, basically. He's really good at this kind of stuff, and has done lots of videos on Kerbal Space Program. Okay, second stage. Now, is this going to be enough to get me high enough to get that solid rocket booster check done? I think so this time, because I've got a feeling that I'm going fast enough. I'm not going to be going too fast, I don't think. Come on, a little bit faster would be great. I've got about 12 seconds of fuel left. I don't think it's going to happen. That's unfortunate, but it was close. That was a good effort, I think. This is actually really close. I don't think it's going to be. It's just shy, I think, of what I need. Or is it? We'll see. I know I'm going in the opposite direction because that's the way it was actually going anyway. So possibly a mistake because it's going to cost me more fuel to get up into orbit this way, I think. Fuel consumption is too high as well. That's not good. I'm going to have to cut the throttle. Okay, it looks like we're hitting orbit now. Yep. Yeah, but we're still accelerating, so that's good. That means I can keep on pushing this up. Let's see what my apotheosis is. It's 63,000. I need to get up to a minimum 70,000 to complete the contract. So let's keep on pushing that. Honestly, don't think I've got enough fuel to actually get this into orbit now. But I do have enough brains to do this. Let's see, this is going to give me a little bit of science. Okay, that's 77 now. Okay. Cutting throttle. And we're floating. Yeah, I do need to obviously do this with more fuel, I think, in order to actually do this part of the contract. That's not enough science, so I'm going to reset that. What I'll do with these two science things is I'll drop them when I land again, because I'm definitely not going to be landing in terrain where I've been before, or done a test before, so I can afford to do that. Do another crew report here. There we go. APA. Actually, no, he's not, because I need to try and get my altitude steady now. It's going to have to be a large thrust to try and get this into a stable orbit. We're going to be pressed for this one. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Nope, engine's gone. Not enough fuel. Damn. That was fairly close. Again, but I think my mistake there was actually going against the planet's rotation rather than with it. If you go that way, the opposite way the eyes actually took off there, you gain speed in relation to your orbit with the planet. I'm not going to try and explain it. Basically, you need to watch one of Scott Manley's videos. It's as simple as that, really. He's got all of the answers with regards to that kind of stuff. If you're very poor, yep, don't. Okay, get back inside. Don't drift away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gemini. We have faith in you. It's a very pretty game considering. I mean, the complexity involved with this game is really nice. I mean, there are mods of this game. There's been lots and lots of mods. Mods that add clouds. Mods that add an immense amount of parts of this game. I mean, I've been using some of the mods, as I say, and yeah, the community support for this game is fantastic. There's a lot of interest in this game for obvious reason, because it is what I think what we as a race really should be looking towards doing, and that's exploring the stars really. There's a finite amount of resources on the planet, and we are quickly using them up. The sooner we get to another planet, the better. The more chance we have of surviving something that will wipe out all life on this planet, which would be the end of us, basically. Yeah. Coming back in now, I should start to see some slipstream, or rather, not necessarily slipstream, I should say. It's heat flow around the aircraft from friction from coming back into the atmosphere. You'll start seeing it appearing fairly soon. I'm going to have to pop the parachutes though to try and get one of these. There we go. No, it's done this time, so what's the deal? 8,026 small gear bay. That's not what this is. That. This isn't a small gear bay, it's a science bay. Okay, so I don't have that yet. Okay, parachutes deployed. There we go, we've got the altitude that time. No, it's gone. Whoa, no, that's a bug. It must be a bug then. Or was it to do with the speed? It's the speed, damn! Yeah, so that is actually the, no, sorry, it's a small gear base, sorry, yeah, I can't do that anyway. Let's just have a look at the parachute. Radial mount parachute, yeah, that's what this is. Let's see, it's got the speed, it's not got the altitude. I think I might have to set these to deploy earlier, that could be the problem. Or maybe, yeah, I think it's the minimum pressure that I need to set. But that's going to be another landing anyway, so I can do some more testing maybe. No, with that one. But yeah, this is going to be a good landing anyway, so that's all good. What I am going to do though is just test out this separation method I did. Let me get down. Make sure it's nice and hopefully stable in flight, like that. There we go. And now, there you go, you can see what I was on about. Obviously now, if I was on the land, well actually if I had a ladder, then I could get him down onto the land a lot easier. But it also means that they're separate from each other, so there's not so much to come down to the ground with. As you can see, there's less weight here than there is there. So with that one, it's actually going down slower in the atmosphere than this one. And this one will hit the water after that one. Even though that one actually was higher up when the parachutes deployed. Well, not when the parachutes deployed, when they properly deployed, I should say. The reason for that is actually this one has more parachutes. And that obviously is a more efficient parachute as well. So, let's just get this down. I'm going to test something else now just to make sure. Times 4 speed. Yeah, it's going down really slow. I can watch the other one and make sure that one makes it down as well. Yeah, I should be able to recover both parts of this. And yeah. Right, so the last thing about is just to do another series of tests. And we get both of those. I don't think, no, I've already done that from there. Just check these. Yeah, so don't get anything from those either. But I should get something back from that. Not sure if I did actually any contracts there. I'm going to have a look. Yeah, 37 sites from that, so that's not bad. Let all go. Not most of my parts back. I can actually check. I think there's another part I can recover. Maybe not. So yeah, it did recover. It must have recovered those other parts. At least I hope it did anyway. Otherwise, that's possibly a little bit of a bug as well. But, oh no, sorry. Yeah, that was back there. So I need to go back there. There we go. It's debris. You see it there. Now I can recover that. I thought that got me gold. Not gold. Money back.